The first Passover night, Moses turned and left the dark palace. Pharaoh's pride is sealed, he thought. But for my people, a glorious night is coming. He went to the elders of Israel and told them God's final, greatest plan for deliverance. The king would soon beg them to leave. God gave specific, sacred instructions for this night. Tonight, he declared, is the Passover of the Lord. Every family must choose a perfect, 1-year-old lamb or goat without any spot or sickness. The next afternoon, the lamb was prepared, but the most important thing was the blood. They must take a bunch of hyssop, dip it in the bowl of blood, and strike the 2 side posts and the upper doorpost of their house. When I pass through Egypt tonight to strike the firstborn, God said, I will see the blood on your doors, and I will pass over you. The plague will not touch you. The blood was their sign of faith and obedience, the promise of protection. That night, the families ate the meal in haste, the lamb, bitter herbs, and unleavened bread. They ate with their cloaks on, their sandals on their feet, and their staffs in their hands, ready to run. The lesson: true deliverance requires preparation, faith, and a willingness to move when God commands. At the stroke of midnight, a terrible, unseen force moved over the land of Egypt. It was a silence deeper than the plague of darkness, followed by a sound more awful than the storm of hail. In every house without the blood, the firstborn lay still. From the firstborn son of Pharaoh himself, to the firstborn of the prisoners in the dungeon, to the firstborn calf in the stall, life was taken. But where the red mark stood on the door, the angel of death passed over. The sound of crying and wailing did not enter Goshen. Inside, the families finished their solemn meal, safe, surrounded by the promise of the blood. Pharaoh Merenra finally broke. He rushed out of his palace, grief-stricken, into the streets of his weeping kingdom. He called for Moses and Aaron, and his voice was weak and broken. Rise up, get out from among my people, both you and the children of Israel, Pharaoh cried. Go, serve the Lord as you have said. Take your flocks and your herds and be gone, and bless me also. That night, the Israelites left Egypt, not as escaping slaves, but as a delivered people. They took what they needed, including gold and silver freely given by the Egyptians. The Lord had protected them and freed them.